everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Madeline and I create crafting content here on YouTube. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to add a fleece lining into hand knit mittens. So the mittens I'm using in the video today, I do have a separate tutorial for. So if you're curious about how to make these super cute pom-pom mittens, I'll link that video down below. So what I'm just going to show you in this video is the general steps for how you create them for any different mitten or size that you have. So we're just going to go through the fabric that I use, how I trace the outside and seam, and then add it to the inside of the mitten. And basically what this does is it just adds an extra layer of warmth, because I'm sure people have noticed, anyone watching this video, the reason you probably clicked on it is you found your hand knit mittens to be almost like your hands are still cold in the winter, right? There could be large gaps that form, especially like the tops of fingers or right in the middle where the thumb meets the rest of the mitten. So it just helps prevent the air from getting through, and it makes them an extra layer of warmth. So down in the description box below, you're going to find the different video breakpoints. That way you can fast forward or rewind to any different section of the video. You're also going to find the link to where you can see the video to make these specific mittens if you're curious. And if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. There's a red button down below that you can hit to stay up to date on all my videos. So let's get started.
The fabric I'm using in this tutorial is from Joann Fabrics, and it's this soft and minky fleece fabric. So what I liked especially about this fabric is that it is a really thin fleece. So that way when you put it inside a mitten, you still have plenty of room with like the knitting, the lining, and then you can still fit your hand in just fine. So if you're looking for something in the store, first thing I'd look for is something with a little bit of stretch, and then the second thing I would look for is the thickness of the material. You want something that's going to be warm, but not too thick of a fabric.
So to start out, I have my fabric in front of me, and this fabric, I have a half of yard of it total. And what I've done is I've just folded it in half so that I have two layers here, and the right sides of the fabric are together. So that way I can draw on this side. And the first thing I want to do is I want to figure out which way the fabric stretches. So with this fabric, if you see when I stretch it side to side, there's a lot of give. Whereas when I stretch it up and down, it really doesn't move at all. So this fabric stretches side to side. So what I want to do is I want to place my mitten down, basically so that it's going up and down and it'll stretch side to side. And I do want to give myself a little bit of space on each one of the sides because we're going to trace it larger than the actual mitten. So to start out, I'm going to figure out where I'd actually want the mitten lining to start. So I like to start where the ribbing ends. So it's hard to see on this mitten, but basically it's where the pom-poms are. So first I'm just going to draw a line over here and then draw a line on the other side as well. So that's where I want to start and end. And then when I trace this, I want to trace it larger than it actually is. So I'm going to trace it, and I'm leaving about a ½ inch all the way around this mitten as I'm tracing it. Okay, so now I can move my mitten to the side. So this is going to be the size I want to cut out. And now down here at the bottom, I want to add another about a ½ inch down there to the bottom. And that's for when we fold it underneath. So I'm just going to draw a straight line to connect those two sides. Now when you cut it out, you do want two different pieces that are the same size. So again, that's why I have my right sides together. Just make sure it's all lined up. And now I'm actually going to pin this in place just to prevent it from moving. And now I'm going to cut out this piece, again, getting both of the layers. So now that I have the piece all cut out, and again, it's still pinned with the right sides together, what I'm going to do is I'm going to seam around all of the edges except this bottom edge using a 1/4 inch seam allowance. And again, you want to leave this bottom edge open. And it really doesn't matter what color thread you use. So my spool of thread is light pink, and then my bobbin's dark green because it's left over from my last video. So you really can use whatever color, but if you can use a color that matches your fabric, of course that'd be better. So now next, I'm just going to try it on real quick to make sure that it fits. And it does, it fits really well. So now I need to grab my mitten again, and I also need a sewing needle and thread. And this time you do want your thread to match your mitten. So here I can really choose any one of these colors or the white background to seam this in place. So the first thing I want to do is I want to turn my mitten inside out. Okay, now I want to turn my liner right side out. Now I want to take my liner and I want to basically slide it on to the mitten. So I want to make sure the main part goes over the main part of the mitten, and then the thumb goes in the thumb. So next up, I'm going to use some pins. And what I want to do is at the edge of this ribbing, so you can see my ribbing ends and then basically my stockinette starts. I want to fold the bottom edge of this mitten liner underneath. And then I want to line it up right with that edge. Then I'm just going to pin it in place in a few spots. And I always like to make sure that my seams end up right on the edge of the mitten as well. Now that that's held in place, I'm going to just start seaming the mitten liner to the mitten all the way around this edge. So to start off, to hide my little knot, I'm just going to go underneath that 1/2 inch that's folded under. And then I'm going to come down and I'm going to pick up one of the edges of that first row of the stockinette.
Now that I have that initial setup, the repeat I want to do is I want to go into the fabric, then down underneath the fabric, and then go underneath that first stitch of the stockinette. Then I'm going to repeat that again, go into the fabric, underneath that first stitch of the stockinette, and keep on looping like that all the way around this bottom edge. And here I am doing that exact same thing again, just a different camera angle that makes it a little bit clearer to see. But again, I'm going down into the fabric and then under that first row of the stockinette, then looping back around the same way again.
So now once I'm back at the beginning, I'm just going to tie a knot to secure the string, the thread, that's the word I'm looking for. So now we have a nice edge that goes all the way around the mitten. And as another layer, something else you could do is you could also add one little stitch into the top of the thumb and another stitch into the top of the mitten. And basically what that will do is it'll hold the liner to the top of the thumb and then the liner to the top of the mitten as well. So that way they don't become out of place or anything like that. So now I'm just going to inside out my mitten again. And here's my fully lined mitten. So with this fabric, I don't think you can really tell at all that it's lined. If anything, it looks better than the original because you can't see my hand at the top and everything like that. So I hope you found this tutorial helpful. If you have any comments or questions, please feel free to leave them down below. And if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.